Amazing XBOX games to be launched in 2018 for whole year entertainment. Ocean of Thieves is Rare's most recent, with first individual pilfering brimming with agreeable crewmates working together in a quest for treasure. Focus composers can likewise attempt to lead the oceans by fighting other players' boats. The Tale of Two Brothers, The Way Out is constantly played in part screen center, as detainees Leo and Vincent begrudgingly cooperate to break out of jail and recover their flexibility. The diligent split-screen introduction makes some fascinating open doors for collaboration. Far Cry 5 The anecdotal locale of Hope County, Montana is tossed into confuse by a clique known as the Project at Eden's Gate, driven by the alluring Father Joseph, who advocates religious devotion and volunteer army-style stores a powerful gun. As Hope County's freshest appointee sheriff, you'll need to band with the unturned townsfolk to bring down Eden's Gate in the most glamorous ways. Utilizing the same sharp, flawless craftsmanship style as Guilty Gear XRD, Dragon Ball FighterZ has intense, splendid 3D models appear as though they bounced straight out of the anime. Cordiality of some smart lighting strategies and far superior, relatively every assault liveliness is a reference to the manga and anime source material. Having the capacity to join Goku, Vegeta, and Cell on a solitary group, fastening showy supers and helps together. This new monster hunter makes them seeking after some defining moment. Think dinosaurs and mythical serpents as you sneak through tropical wildernesses and cover your approach utilizing foliage-based disguise. It's all for the sake of fancier covering and freakishly vast weaponry, and another catching snare should add another layer to the arrangement's difficult to ace development and assault alternatives. In a gigantic open world committed to this present reality history of Bohemia, the hereafter's refusal to hold the player's hand sounds like an invigorating difference in pace, and if a completed item can pull off the sort of pretentious living world recommended by RC, it ought to be something exceptional in fact. The Metal Gear diversion, other than its reuse of benefits, work for Metal Gear Solid 5's Fox engine. However, there's motivation to have an ounce of careful confidence for Metal Gear Survive. This is a third individual multiplayer survival amusement, occurring in a weird interchange measurement in which the many supporting officers on Mother Base all of a sudden get themselves swarmed by precious stone-secured zombies. In Crackdown 3 you're a super cop in an open-world city, utilizing your forces to battle wrongdoing and crush the entire place up all the while. Meanwhile, there's as yet a story crusade to handle. The online center for up to 4 players is the place that's at, giving you and your agency amiibos a chance to tear up this modern city in glamorous style. The deferral from 2017 into mid-2018, solid subtle elements on Party R2 are generally rare, other than the way that cluster of Party R2 screenshots tide us over while we hold up with dreams of rich forests, dusty prairie streets, and pretentious prepared thefts. Vampire gives you a role as the aunt of Lake Fang, Jonathan Reed into Victorian-style avenues of 1918 London. You have the alternative of pretending Reed as London's friend in it, utilizing the specialist forces of recuperating to discover cure for a dangerous influenza pestilence, or a miscreant, chasing human prey under threat of night and serving just your everlasting thirst. Ideally, Vampire will play like a Dishonored amusement featuring Dracula. Province of Decay 2 acknowledges those qualities with center for up to 4 players, gave all of you consent to cooperate as opposed to manipulating each other for valuable supplies. However, to develop your adaptable settlement, you'll have to rummage by walking or 4 wheels, splattering the skulls of incalculable undead and brute. Furthermore, if somebody's sufficiently appalling to get chomped, their partners will have the intense decision between curing them with a constrained supply of medication, or closure they're approaching enduring with a projectile to the cerebrum. Anthem means to completely inundate players in an enormous science fiction universe. You play as a freelancer taking part in third individual, Mass Effect-style shootouts, shielded up in your javelin exosuit to investigate and annihilate inside some monstrous outsider biomes. Finally, as you may expect, there's an accentuation on party play and the quest for progressively noteworthy plunder. Ubisoft's Skull and Bones is additionally setting sail for 2018, with a significantly more reasonable interpretation of privateer fights on the high oceans. The genuine concentration appears to be player versus player delivered conflicts on the web. Further, where every player controls their own special warship in group-based armada fights, there will likewise be otherworldly components in the midst of all the guns charged. Similar to a monster appendages of a startling Hawkins sneaking in the profound. After finished 10 years since the introduction of their first enterprise at Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp, Raph, Lily, and tip-top individuals from the Psychonauts are back for another brain-digging, 3D platforming experience. Meanwhile, bragging where the PSVR restricted hobbies of Ruin left off, Psychonauts guarantees more capricious, lively mental mindscapes to investigate as Raph runs and hops around the inward considerations of eccentric, regularly clever characters. The quick-paced aeronautical engagements look extraordinary. Whether you're steering from the principal individual cockpit or a third individual view, the battle guarantees to contextualize the battlefield in the skies, with a sound measurement of political interest and Top Gun-esque acting. Moreover, the individuals who possess a PlayStation VR get a special reward of PS VR selective missions. In A perfect world influence you'd feel like you're really flying your own one-of-a-kind warrior stream. Past Good and Evil 2 is really a prequel to J and AEJ's journalistic adventures in the first version, going up against a substantially more amazing scale in a cyberpunk, Luke Besson-looking future brimming with cutting-edge ships and human creatures. The energetic team of Doom privateers in PG and E2's true-to-life uncovered trailer are only some of numerous. However, you'll be beginning without any preparation with the expectations of one day achieving their level of expert robbery, going to the inhabitants of different urban communities on Horde Planet.